evening all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your financial market wrap-up, and it's an interesting day. And this is for Wednesday, the 9th of December, 2020 at about 6:35 p.m. Central Time. All right, the dinner is over between Boris Johnson, Ms. van der Leyen, and their negotiators. It sounds, in fact, what I've read from a number of sources, is that Mr. Johnson's going home. They didn't talk about what's been done, but they did say they're still very far apart. They're going to give themselves until Sunday to see if behind the scenes, their back parties, be it she runs the European Union, the president of it, what's the feel there for the things Mr. Johnson said? He's got to go back and talk to his parliament and see, is there any stomach for what they're offering? If not, it sounds to me as though I was wrong and that there will not be a Brexit deal before the end of this year. If there is, we'll know Sunday night. That puts you in harm's way if you're trading the market, because when you know about anything, it's going to be the evening trade, which is typically thinner, so be careful. We wake up tomorrow morning to the European Central Bank announcement and then the press conference, and that's going to be important as can be as I see it. I think there's a press conference with this one, and I am expecting that Ms. Lagarde might surprise the market, not lower interest rates, but she might extend their program for the COVID, and she might add some dollars to it, maybe 500 billion, 300 billion euros. So we'll find out just what the heck she's going to do, but I would expect her to do something because she already said in some manner this is going to be an important report. Doing nothing, I don't know. What does that do to her credibility? I just question these things. Energy markets. I am shocked that you can add nearly 9 million barrels in the API number yesterday, double that amount in the EIA today. So it's a blowout the other way, and the market doesn't break. Markets that get real bearish news and don't break tell you a story. Be careful. This tells me, do I want any part of a short side in that market? I have serious doubts. I don't think you can get more bearish fundamentals than that. So the market's obviously looking at something else. What do you think it's looking at? My instincts are it's now paying attention to one thing, the COVID release of the vaccines and what that might make. Bonds and notes getting a little bit of a bid. Tomorrow, by the way, the last piece that I wanted to talk to you about is that we get the Fda announcement. They have their meeting tomorrow, and then by the weekend, they could say they've approved the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine, and it could be out in shots by this weekend. We're already seeing on the news how UPS has got trackers on everything they're sending out. They can tell you where every vaccine is already. Airplanes have got plenty of room, areas have it, and we need it. If you're watching the hospitals, it's terrible news. So, on the S&P for the week, we're down 23 points. That's like a day's trade. It doesn't mean too much. When you look at the charts here, we did have a big key reversal day. Now, it's not just an outside day. It's a key reversal. Do you know what the difference is? A key reversal happens at a new high, typically for the move, often a new contract high. And then you get a reversal like that. It's got some teeth to it, so I always pay attention to it. What would create what's called a bear trap, taking out the highs of today? That would catch people in this area that are short, probably lift the market to another number. But for my work to happen for a bear trap, it has to happen within 2 days. If it doesn't and you just take it out, well, then you've reversed it, just normal, but doesn't have the same power that I think you could the other way. So when I look at the chart, I now have a higher high, a break low that took out a previous low, so I got a higher high and a lower low pattern. Where's the support? Back at the 18-day average of closest, 36.30 and a half, 36.36 and a half. When I look at the Bollinger Band, you'd been up there and now you backed away from it. Okay. I was hoping the market could hit it again. It didn't. And you had to be nimble to come out, and a lot of my traders, good day today. They're not all good, folks. Believe me. I remember what I told you. I'm like Swiss cheese. You get holes poked through you. Anybody that doesn't tell you the truth, don't watch them. When you look at the S&P here, if you lose that embedded reading, and you're flirting with it now, you're at an 80.93. It's not lost. It's got to close under 80. That could set up that break back to that 18-day average of closes. That doesn't mean I've turned bearish, or the chart has turned bearish. That's the proper grammar. It means it's getting back to a neutral state. But the swing lines have gone neutral already. NASDAQ lost the reading. Here you are, this is the close today, and tonight you're losing the reading. Does that mean it's baked in and lost? It doesn't. You've got to get through the close to know that. Now, if it stays like this, the odds favor you're going to get back to that 18-day average and play there. Just missed hitting that Bollinger Band again. Okay, but the market's got also that key reversal on the market, not just an outside day, it's a key reversal. On the Dow, this is still strong. You haven't lost the embedded reading, and you got enough room there to not lose it. So this is still a bull market that the pros are probably nibbling in. It's taken over better leadership than the S&P, and the Russell is still bullish. And on the breaks, I think the pros are still buying that until these readings are lost. In the VIX cash, you had a big turnaround. Now you've got it in an uptrend. Higher lows, higher highs. Is it going to go to the upper Bollinger Band of 22.27? In order to get there, you'd have to have a break in the stock indices. In the T-bond market, I have a pattern here of a higher high and a lower low. That's not a chart pattern to trade. You've got flat momentum, bias down. Got to wait. This market might not be tradable until the Fed meeting next week. It's very possible that the pros are already doing that type of action in the market. Same thing in the 10-year. I have the lower low, the higher high pattern, 18-day average resistance, not doing a lot. Dollar index, when it opens tonight, it could very easily just confirm the loss of the embedded reading. What happens if that occurs? If you don't get back under this low right away, next 48 hours, you probably could make a run to the 18-day average. You don't have to, but often when that happens, you make that run. There's momentum back towards that market. So that's a trade I'm certainly got my eyes all over. As for the euro, you did the flip-flop. Here's the euro looking at Tuesday. Here's today's close. You did lose the embedded reading, and so far tonight you're not getting it back. You could tomorrow. So this could all be a trap play. You got to keep your eye at this 121.49. For me, I don't want to stand in front of a freight train, bullet train coming down a track, which is what I call this European Central Bank meeting, and then I got to dodge like this. Which way's the right way? Oh, I won't worry about it. Well, they can make big changes. I don't know what she's going to say. We know that they have to deal with COVID. We know there's an EU summit taking place on Thursday and Friday right now there. Be cautious over this. Japanese yen still looks bearish to me on this chart. Lower highs, lower lows. Market's starting to break down. If it can break more, I'd look for the 95.50 level. Obviously, if you get over 96.20 and a half, you break this pattern and you're back to nothing on the chart. Bitcoin, I expected the market to hang around. If you get my morning subscriber video, I said look for it to start chopping at this 18-day average. That's what's going on. Just playing back and forth through that right now. Pretty impressive move of how WTI is losing to the Brent. That's the differential between the two. And here's your Brent. It's still with an embedded reading. It is still in the bull camp. I'm telling you, these bearish numbers that have come out this week haven't shook this market at all. The U.S. market is now flirting, trying to lose the embedded reading, which would break it back here to 44.55, but it hasn't been lost. So until it's lost, these pullbacks are still, in my opinion, being bought by the pros. You had an outside day down. If you take out 46.43, I think the market might surprise you is to making a run to the upside, capturing this sideways action and maybe going towards that upper Bollinger Band. Interesting time and still a bullish chart. Heating oil, embedded reading, still bullish chart. Target all the way up here. Doesn't have to hit it. Didn't have an outside day down, just a correction in the market. And in nat gas, well, we want to see tomorrow's input. And I'm saying input. We haven't seen anything so far that shows a big draw in natural gas, and you've embedded the reading. Now, if I'm right and we get a cold wave, The setup of getting the embedded reading now could, I want to use that word very carefully with you, could mean lose that reading and we create a low for the wintertime. That's what I'm telling people right now. This could be a surprise chart to the upside. No, I've not turned bullish at this point. Lose the reading, and I will then say, I think you're going back up to 271. From here, just so you know, that could be, a 25-cent move in the market? That's pretty big. Right now, the bears still have control of it, but you want to see tomorrow's number to see how the market reacts to it. Since energies aren't paying attention to any bearish numbers in terms of the other markets, what do you do here? And cold weather is on the horizon, so keep your eye on that. You know, each morning at approximately 5:40 in the morning, if my computer systems don't crash on me, last night, I don't know about you, I had a bunch of updates. You know, and I set my computer for all the automated updates. I came downstairs, none of my computers were running, and the settings were all completely gone. I recorded my morning subscriber video. It had no voice. I couldn't believe it. Had to restart again, just threw my whole day off. But each morning, and I got it out. Believe me, I do get it out. That much you can count on. I'm a workhorse. In my subscriber video, in the morning, first thing that I'm going to cover is the day's news. I'm going to tell you what's going on in Asia, Europe, where we're at. Then, in this exact order, each and every morning, I'm going to cover all the stock indices, all the major currencies, the interest rates. And unlike what I do here, I'm saying I want you to buy here. I want you to have a stop here. This is your profit objective. It's aggressive. And I think you'll like that. It's not super aggressive where you can't keep up because I'm doing one a day. I'm not trying to be a day trader. I'm trying to be more of a swing trader. And if that trade lasts, terrific. I'll ride it until it doesn't last. And my subscribers will tell you that that's what I do. But the point is I'm covering everything, and I do it in such a way so that there's a scroll bar on the bottom of the video and you just pull to the area you want. Let's assume you don't want to know about grains or meats. That might be the thing you don't want. Maybe that's all you want. You can do that. $7.95 for the first 30 days. Now, I am offering a special cyber special at this point. It's going to end shortly. If you buy a one-year subscription, which equates to $13 a month paid up front, $156, I'm giving my charting course away for free. That I sell today for $199.95. I'm going to increase the price of that course to $249.95 right after January 1st. I made that decision already. So, and that's because we sell them. So I'm going to take it up. You get it for free, and you can take the course at your leisure. In other words, you tell us when to start it for you, and we will. Can you give it away as a gift? You can. So if you decide that, hey, for $156, this makes sense, or any of my products that you can buy for 1 year, I will honor that. It's a limited time offer. How do you find out? Just go to our website, look at our packages, and understand I will honor that. Doesn't mean you have to sign up for anything. Buy the 1 year package. It's going to be automated to you. I'm Ira. You have a great day. Thanks for listening to my nonsense tonight, and I will talk to you tomorrow.